We come to you live from the beautiful Broward County Cricket Stadium here in Florida, and the New York Cavaliers are taking on the California Steelers. This is how the standings are. The cue has been earned by Chicago Raiders, who wait for the grand finale, and they want to find out who's going to join them for the shot at the cup. The New York Cavaliers are taking on the Florida Hurricanes, 2 versus 3 at this stage, and a lot to do for the Steelers later on. Cavaliers versus Steelers, who haven't even opened their account. Yeah, the New York Cavaliers, they've blown hot, blown cold, and this man knows the importance of a victory over here to gather the momentum. They might finish top 2, which is the case to play the grand finale, but they want to gather much needed momentum. When the Florida Hurricanes took on the New York Cavaliers, 154 for 8 for the Hurricanes, and the Cavaliers chased it down very comfortably with 6 wickets and 3 balls to spare. Walton's 54 was the highlight of that day. And then the California Steelers, they haven't had the best of tournaments. Namanoja, the skipper, has found it very difficult to lead this side to a victory. It's been a big learning curve, this tournament, for them. Having said that, as underdogs with nothing to lose and a very minimal chance in terms of the calculator, they will turn up today to ensure they put their best foot forward. The story has been rather disappointing. 129 for 6. The Steelers didn't have enough runs on the board, and Chicago Raiders get there quite easily. 18.1 overs all it took for them, and a 7-wicket win thanks to Dhawan's 52 and unconquered that one. Now the surface is of utmost importance. And what does Samuel Badri say about the surface? Let's find out.
Wonderful conditions once again at the Broward County Stadium. The sun is peeping through some cloud cover, and it makes for a nice day for cricket. It's the final group match, and nothing has been decided except for the Chicago Raiders, who've secured a final with all of the other teams still in contention. So this one is going to be a crucial contest. Commendations must go to Mr. Milton Taylor and his bunch of merry men, the ground staff, who've worked assiduously here throughout this tournament to ensure that we've had good surfaces. The heavy roller being used a little bit earlier this morning to ensure that this surface is compact, it's firm, and it's hard, and it's good for batting. As I look at this surface a little bit more closely, what I can notice is that it's really good once again. We've had a couple matches played here so far, the first one being low scoring, 127, and then the second one for the first time in the tournament, over 200 runs being scored. There aren't any footmarks to speak of, which speaks to how good the surface really is. I think once again, the batters from both teams will enjoy these conditions, and the bowlers will have to find a way. As I stand out here, there's a strong crosswind that goes from north to south. You'll have to factor that in and try to be as defensive as possible in these conditions.
All roads lead to the Broward County Cricket Stadium today for this encounter. The road to finale has already been found by the Chicago Riders. Can the Cavaliers find their way too? Now Monali Patel was with
Welcome
the two
to match
captains
number
a while
6.
ago.
It's the Steelers taking on the Cavaliers this morning. To the left of me, I have Mr. Puneet Mathur, along with our brand ambassador, Sir Vivian Richards, our match referee, Mr. Manu Nair, and the two captains in Namanoja and Dwayne Smith. We're ready for the toss. Let's give the coin a flip.
Heads.
Heads is the call.
Heads it is.
And heads it is. Naman, you've won the toss. What are you be doing and why?
We want to bowl first, as this is a must-win match for us. Plus, we have to see some run rate as well, so that will help me.
And speaking of that must-win situation, what do you make of the conditions today, both on the surface and with the wind?
I think surface looks very good, as it's been from last few days. It's very good batting surface, and I think wind is also breezing, but not that cold as it used to be like last previous days.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the tournament hasn't quite gone the way you would have hoped for it to go. How do you look to turn things around today? What are some of those strategies that you've spoken about?
I think things have gone as gone. Now we have to look for today. If we win with some good margin, we will definitely qualify, and we have to be a little optimistic about what we can do today.
Are there any changes to your side?
Yes, we have two changes. We have Dave Mohammed comes in place of Ladda, and Pawan Suyal is resting today, and one more batter is come up. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Best of luck today.
Thank you.
Dwayne, you won the toss. What would you? Or sorry, you've lost the toss. Had you won the toss, what would you have done?
I'm not quite sure, but I think it's a good toss to lose. It looks a good pitch, to be sure, and it's just for us to get out there and look to get the runs on the board.
Now you're sitting fairly comfortably, pretty much set to play that semi-final. Is there some confidence in knowing that you're in that position?
I'm always confident, but it's just for us to win the game. We need to win, and that's what we have to go out there and do, and play good hard cricket and make sure that we qualify.
And are there any changes to your side?
Yes, there's two changes. I don't know the names, but I'll tell you.
We'll figure it out upstairs. That's all right.
Two guys come in. But Brian is out, and Saeed.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Yes, thanks.
Well, everyone's trying to figure out their changes, but it is the Steelers who've won the toss, and they will be bowling first today.
So I cut this. Right, the New York Cavaliers. Tanmay Raindra Pal, he needs to get going today. Walton has been in tremendous start. Shavage gets an opportunity again. Anirban, Baltej will provide you the wickets. Williams is waiting to steam in as well. It's a very good looking side with Stewart providing the much needed balance. And the California Steelers, Namanoja skippering them. Carter, Dilshan, Gajanan, they made 3 changes to the side today as Rohan, Powell and Dave Mohammed get an opportunity as well. Nurse has been key for them to provide those big finishes. And the California Steelers, for the moment, have won the toss and chosen to bowl first. Now out walk the 2 umpires, Judson Edwards and Anil Chaudhary, very experienced. It's a beautiful day to play cricket. And you could see with the smile on the face of the umpires too, the wind factor has died down a little bit comparatively. And Namanoja, who called the right side of the coin, has decided to field first. They want to bow out in style here, the Steelers. It's been a rather disappointing tournament for them thus far. They want to put that behind and play without pressure. Mathematically, they might still have a chance, but it's a very lean chance. Epitome of hand-eye coordination is working out there. Smith, the skipper, can he get going? 91 runs, he's already got a half century under his belt. He loves this cricket ground as well. Whenever we speak to him about this cricket ground, he talks highly about the surface. And Milton and co haven't disappointed him at all, that's for sure. And Tanmay Mishra, still searching for that first half century. Once he gets going, he's one of the most magnificent batters you would ever watch, especially through the offside. Those numbers do not reflect what he's capable of, Tanmay Mishra. Captain's decided to start with Darren Powell here. 2 wickets. Economy 5.03. Very happy if you're churning out numbers like that, especially operating in the power play. And the captain is still searching for that right combination. The tournament might have ended for them, but they want to pull out in style indeed. Joined by Mr. Shah Faisal. Very warm welcome. A slip in place, and that brings a smile to your face.
It does. Thank you very much, Suhas. Wonderful morning once again here. Just about the right kind of temperatures. We've seen hot days. We've seen very cold days here at the Broward County Stadium. Today is just about perfect. And the right choice of end for Darren Powell. That cross breeze will help his outswing. Starts off instead with an in-ducker onto the pads to wait for the umpire signal. I think leg by. Into action early doors, Anil Chaudhary. Darren Powell has been one of the men for the Steelers really put his hand up and shown some sort of fight along with Ashley Nurse and Samit Patel in a largely very, very disappointing campaign up until this point. But the beauty of this tournament is they're still alive, if only just.
And a bit of shape for Powell on a day when it's not that much windy.
This better correction of line and length, and also going for that potent away swinger, which Namanoja has given him a slip. Pretty regulation field. Don't often see that at the start of games these days.
Go.
The deep fielder is a third man. Fine leg is up in the ring and a sweeper on the onside, but good lengths. Even the first one that strayed in terms of line, Powell has started off. We saw his figures as well. Just economy of 5, you will accept it in any tournament in a T20 format. He's been brilliant. He still looks very lean and fit, although he lost a yard of pace, which you can expect. But has put in a wholehearted effort in this tournament.
Slight change in the field, a little adjustment. Deep backward square becoming more conventional.
This has been the feature of this tournament. Pitches have been terrific. We've seen the first inning scores range from 129 to 208. Nothing to do with the variation in pitches. Pitches have been consistent. It's just the execution of the batting sides. And that will be the key here for the Cavaliers. No complaints whatsoever about the surfaces in this tournament. They have really provided everyone an opportunity to excel. Once again, a little bit of extra bounce hitting the splice of the bat. Not carrying to that fielder at mid-wicket.
Tanmay is off the mark now. And that'll race away to the fence. That'll make him feel much better. 5 for no loss after the first one. Very nice.
As good as the shot.
Some wrong? It's like
The Steelers making 3 changes today in the side. Dave Mohammed getting an opportunity very soon. We'll be seeing him with the ball in hand as well. Now Samit Patel in the power play now. The economy of 7.8. He's been decent. He's picked up wickets and also kept the run flow under check. What he's lacked is the support from his teammates. Can the story change today for the Steelers? Can they finish with a win? Oh, beautifully done. Smith has put that away with such ease. First boundary for him too.
2 boundaries of 2 balls now. Following the one from Mishra. Classical sweep shot. Got down on one knee. Nice and early. Hands out in front. Roll of the wrist. And into the gap. Samit Patel liked it in the end. First he was surprised. And then the admiration all too evident.
Good comeback by Samit Patel. Keeps wearing his pace as well now. You remember, the margin of error is very little when you're bowling to Smith in the power play. Bowling.
Hint of turn there for Samit Patel. Slower in the air. And that battle continues between the 2 experienced pros. A little smile on the face of Samit Patel.
He's gone slower and slower as the over has progressed.
and even slower. Well picked, Suhas. These two boundaries, as good as shots as they are, they're also a testament to how good the wicket is. Ball coming on nicely, you can trust the bounce. And really good fun for batters if you can get in. Helped along, that was asking for trouble. Samit Patel won't be very happy with that, but Smith won't be complaining.
Very short. He had all the time in the world to guide it in the gap as well. The line didn't help Samit either. And he knew immediately. He sets high standards for himself. Those 3 dot balls were supposed to add pressure. This one went sit.
You call it correctly. He went slower and slow, but that last one was slower, all right, but the length was the trouble.
Eight runs of that over, 2 boundaries to get there. 13 for no loss. The Raiders have already qualified. The Cavaliers, they want to cement the 2nd position. And the captain continues with Powell.
So that point table, if a miracle was to happen, Hurricanes would be the first team in trouble because they're the closest for Steelers to get to.
Pitched up and put away. Tanmay dealing in boundaries.
That's his prowess on the offside that you were talking about at the top of the show. Not a bad delivery. Pitched up, a little bit of shape, but brilliant use of the feet. Just moved away from the line of the ball to allow that bat to go through. Mid-off up in the circle and no problem whatsoever.
Little frustrated with himself. He wanted more runs on that one. Had he got it finer with no fine leg in place, would have trickled away to the fence. Powell is providing pace indeed.
That boundary really got on top of the bounce. Just cannot emphasize more and more at how good this pitch is. Makes for good viewing. Angled face of the bat. Powell is getting the shape. But the attacking intent of the batters meant that Namanoja had to get away with the slip fielder. And also, if you look around at the field inside the circle, all but one of them, they're all starting from the edge of the ring, offering easy singles.
It was slower, but the precision is brilliant from Tanmay.
Raining boundaries, early doors. There is protection on the offside, but too short, too wide. And Powell desperately wanting for it to go straight to one of those fielders. Monavira was the closest, but not close enough.
He went full, it was troublesome. He went wide, it was troublesome. Back of a length is working for Powell. Of course, he's mixed his pace as well there.
It's just about the right line and length. It has to be a combination of line and length to get right, because on this pitch, the margin of error is very, very small.
Oh, almost goes through the hands. 3 gone, 24 for no loss. Pawan Negi. Lot of experience. Having donned India colours as well. Off late, he's been in terrific touch with a bat in hand too. Met him in different leagues around the world. The way he's adjusted to conditions over here has been a story in itself. And he's done this so many times in the power play. The spinner has been great. He can push the ball quickly. He has the one that doesn't turn, goes on with the angle, makes the batter a candidate for LBW. Tanmay is pushing for two because he knows boundary scoring is difficult against Pawan Negi. Smith says no, because Smith is suggesting, Tanmay, you are deciphering a run depending on your speed, not mine.
Still at Smith's pace, you would think they were easy too. The picture speaks for itself. Unless Smith has decided that Pawan Negi is the type of bowler that he wants in this power play. It's the fielder at backward square leg. Well, that's the reward for Negi. The quicker one, the one sliding in. And Dwayne Smith fell behind the 8 ball this morning. Has lost his wicket.
The quickest. Negi even appealed just in case it didn't hit the stance. He soon heard it did. Bringing 2 modes of dismissal with a single ball. Smith gone for a run of ball 9, 25 for 1.
Three deliveries to go, bowlers left around.
And the Canadian Raindra Pal Singh. 45 runs in 3 games thus far. He hasn't been at his best with the bat in hand. This is going to be a different assignment against a Pawan Negi, who's bowling very quick.
Easy. Ready.
This is the reason Raindra Pal's out there.
The slider got done in length. Dwayne Smith not happy with himself. Pawan Negi, good value for that wicket. That's the skill set he brings to the table.
Should have taken the second run in hindsight. Almost. Caught him by surprise there. Smith. Oh, hang on. Using the willow is okay. Touching timber is not. Smith. Even before he could say Jack Robinson. Was in the air. Agonizingly close to the fielder as well. 26 for 1.
Still reeling from that.
Alexi.
26 for 1 on the cards after the 4 over mark. 2 overs to come in this power play. And it was a big wicket to fall early. Dwayne Smith today. Subodh Bhatti will come in with the ball. 52 wickets in his 44 matches, a best of 4 for 9. Joined alongside Samuel Badri. Morning, Samuel.
Good morning, Monali. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, so important for the Steelers to restrict the Cavaliers for a very low total. And then when it's their opportunity to bat, to chase them down quickly. Because they're in with a slim chance. I think that the Cavaliers are relatively safe. It's the Hurricanes who they will have on their minds.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to hear Namanoja at the toss and how they've still got in the back of their mind that they want to try and get into those qualifiers. They want to try and win this game with a big margin. But it is a big task, isn't it, from here on for that?
It is, especially when you haven't won a game just yet. You come into your final game and having to do the heavy lifting. Never easy.
Push down the ground. It's going to take a bit of chasing here. Does well, Powell.
Yeah, they may want a boundary check. Darren Powell had a decision to make. Should he dive or should he chase? In the end, decided to chase. And did a good job. So restricts them to 2.
Goes for the short one this time. Over the fielder, over the inner ring, and in the gap as this runs away for a boundary. Much needed boundary. 11 deliveries it took for this boundary to come up, and they need a few more to utilize this power play.
Yeah, way too short and comfortably struck in front of square. There's a fielder in the deep, but he's in that square leg region. So not the length that you want to bowl given this field set nor the line. Yeah, he's looking to make a change in the field now. Ashley Nurse being sent to long on. Extra cover in the ring. So look for a straight line now.
Goes leg side again. And this is excellent running. They're pushing it in between the wickets. And they'll stick to just the 2 in the end.
Yeah, that should have been 3. He's just gesticulating to his fielder to stay on the circle. Maybe also looking to move that fielder at square leg in front of square, because twice now in succession the ball has gone in that direction. That really should have been 3 though. Disappointing running. And he too is disappointed with his field positioning.
Thick outside edge for a single to wrap the 5th over. Cavaliers 36 for 1. Will come back for his second. He's bowled an excellent first over, 1 for 2. Picked up the skipper's wicket. Dwayne Smith back in the pavilion early. Tanmay Mishra, he's been looking to accelerate the runs in between the wickets.
It continues to be a wonderful surface here, that heavy roller. Really having a great impact. Milton Taylor and his group have done human service yet again. This one is over extra cover.
जाएगा नहीं जाएगा नहीं
Wonderful placement. A couple bounces for 4. Dave Mohammed in pursuit,
ठीक
but
है
in vain.
Really thought that they might go all the way with this one. It just got too much elevation. Raindra Pal Singh backing away and opening up those shoulders to go over the infield. He's a handy bat, Raindra Pal Singh. Spent quite a few years on the Canadian squad, was part of the World Cup squad last year as well.
Yeah, just look at the way he's able to position himself to get the ball in that direction. Remember, we're still in the power play. He goes leg side, and even Darren Powell from Jamaica. They might need Usain Bolt, and even he too might not get that. Another boundary.
They're making up for that first Pavanegi over. It was a quiet one, but this one is bleeding runs. This is well swept. He's good to the spinners. Tanmay Mishra gets nice and forward as this is placed for 4 more.
डाल तेरा
Gets a big stride into the spinners, Tanmay Mishra.
Yeah, any one of our viewers looking on and you have a little bit of a statistical background, log onto the site and figure out what that run rate will be in the second innings. You can tweet your responses to Monali Patel and she'll relay that information to everyone. Power play done, 48 for 1.
I'm not even on Twitter.
पर नहीं वेल बोल थोड़ा धीरे से और थोड़ा सोच के डाल सकता है और बहुत जल्दी कर रहा है हाँ ठीक है
48 for 1 at the 6 over mark and 16 dots in those 6 overs. It's the end of the power play. And Samit Patel's going to come back for his second over. Not afraid to toss it up, Samit Patel. Went for a couple of boundaries in his first over.
How difficult is it to get Wade Smith's 2 dismissal? One to Joachim left unorthodox and one bold today. Is that at all possible?
Tossed up again and worked into the leg side.
come on the wicket
He's been in good form with the ball recently, Samit Patel. Picked up quite a few wickets in the last tournament. We saw him as a T10 NCL.
50 on the board in the 7th over. 9 wickets in hand, so they're in a very good position at the moment, Cavaliers.
Deep in his crease on this one. You're the pitch expert. Sammy, what do you reckon is going to be par on this one?
well bowled
Yeah, I think
very well
180,
bowled, Smithy.
180 is par, given what I've seen from the surface. There aren't any footmarks. Can you imagine that 2 games played in succession and no bit of wear and tear? So 180, I think, is par, maybe a little bit under as well. This will challenge the boundary rider. In fact, it beats him yet again. The outfield as well, Monali. It's rapid, isn't it?
They've done an excellent job with this facility, the ground staff. With fun offer this time. And this is well placed. Raindra Pal Singh picks up another boundary for himself today. Just makes it for much better viewing when the ground is in the condition that it is. And you've got to give a lot of credit to the ground staff in putting it together. Fired in this one to wrap up the 7th. It's 54 for 1. They've passed the halfway point as we see Dave Mohammed come in with the ball. 5 for 8, his best, plenty of wickets. And starts well, bowling in the right area. And looking at the non-striker to make sure that he's in his crease.
Always full of antics, Dave Mohammed, known for his celebrations. Started off bowling with the sunglasses. He's removed it now. Look out for something peculiar if he gets a wicket.
Oh, well, that would have been a very soft dismissal. They have scampered across for a quick single. It's those low full tosses again.
Yeah, they've stolen a single here. Just short of him, but the presence of mind from the two batters to just pinch one. Yeah, Dwayne Smith, there's a similarity in his dismissals so far in this tournament. This was the first one, trying to whip it down the leg side, pulling out in the deep. But these two dismissals, the first LBW left-hand orthodox, Damian Joachim, and then today, Pawan Negi. That is one bowling type that usually gives him trouble.
You reckon at this point in his career that's something he might want to take notes to and work on?
I wonder. I just wonder. Doesn't really matter much, does it, at this stage?
Well placed. Getting deep in his crease again, Raindra Pal saying, we've seen a bit of that shot, haven't we, in this tournament?
He played test matches for the West Indies. Dave Mohammed, all format. Has been out of the scene for some time. Nice to see him back and playing in these tournaments.
Heaved into the ground there, and it's a single to wrap up the 8th over. It's 60 for 1.
Daddy, come to covers. Daddy, come to covers.
Patel continues into his 3rd over. Left arm spinners having a big role to play, all 3 of them already. 7.5 to the over at this point, just the 1 wicket down. That's good bowling. He's followed him. He's seen him back away and just kept darting it in at those pads. Raindra Pal, decent so far, just the 2 boundaries, and he's trying to open up that offside over extra cover as he's done once before.
Wonderful from Samit Patel, who watches the batter always to the very last moment. He's one of the most intelligent spinners. Taken. Second attempt. But Bharati does what was asked of him. Tanmay not getting the elevation after getting a start.
He's looking ahead a bit straighter. And with Samit Patel darting it in at those pads, hits the inside half of the bat and picks out the fielder. Suboth. in the action. He must have had a heart attack there just about as it popped out, and he somehow recovered. Fortunately, it was around the chest region and he had a second grab at it. Samet Patel, he's clapping. He would have been pretty unhappy if that went down. But another wicket goes down. Tanmay Mishra, 32 of 25, 61 for 2.
"61 for 2, and Chadwick Walton at number 4. As it's been the case in this tournament for him, 50 for him. It's a very good half century, that.
Ready? Ready, come here.
Now Tanmay Mishra, 32 of 25, was looking good, trying to attack Summit.
Point.
Perishes in the process.
Walton's had a steady series already. 37 off 19. Great strike rate against the Raiders. And then the following game against the Florida Hurricanes, 54 of 41 not out. So he's in some sparkling form. And his team is going to need him today to perform once again, with the eye on getting through until the game on Saturday.
Oh, well bowled. Very well bowled. Very well bowled.
Teasing Walton with a loopy one first up.
That's why he's there, trying to hit it down the ground, inside half of the bat, straight to the fielder. Made a bit of a meal of it, but safely pouched in the end.
Even in this format, there is something about Walton defending the ball with great might and conviction. Slip in place. 12 deliveries since the last boundary. And he's given him a lot of respect here, Walton. 9 gone, 61 for 2.
1 run and a wicket. Wow.
Mohammed. Slightly fuller for his liking. Raindra Pal has been wonderful in building an innings. Now he's got to do that again in the middle overs. Even in T20 cricket, it can be broken into 3 phases. There is a phase called the middle overs. It's not always a flashbang cricket, especially in this tournament we've seen.
That's just like
You need to be smart in this middle section of the game when spinners are from 7 to overs 14 and normally into the thick of their spells, and Mohammed as well, the wrist spinner. I normally see those utilised in power plays or towards the back end, but this is when they have a big role to play and how you play them.
right.
Not his best delivery, and he knows that. He wants to present a challenge for runs to be scored here. Easy runs available for the Cavaliers.
I've got a sense of control as well with these spinners. The pace at Powell, 14 off his 2 overs. They haven't really looked at any other seam options. Saboth, 10 off his 1.
Oh, the wind is picking up. But he'll adjust his plans accordingly. Maybe make Walton, who's searching for his first run, go against the wind for the runs. Googly takes the outside edge. Of course, wouldn't have carried to slip even if it would have been there. Not often do you see this. Walton being offered spin for 4 balls consecutively, and he hasn't opened his account.
They know how important it is. You can see the energy in the field as well. They don't want to let Walton get away easily here.
Now gets that single.
It's good desperation as a fielding side. You need that when you know someone's dangerous. You don't let them get away easily early on with a misfield or no anticipation in the field as well from the bowlers to maintain that pressure on him here. Once he gets a boundary, he's off.
Yeah, good call, John. Outstanding over this. Despite the wide delivery, has come back really well, Dave. 6 of it. Now that extra delivery. Can he bowl in the right area? Walton, I believe, will go for the big shot. 1 of 5 is not very Walton-like. Oh no, he's offered another block. At the halfway stage, 67 for 2. And it's time to replenish fluids as well. Yeah, now I can. I'm so cued in that I listen to the buzz. White noise. Yeah, because the white noise. I don't like that. Having a window slightly open, also just some sort of circulation. 67 for 2 at the halfway stage, the Cavaliers, after being asked to bat first. And Pawan Negi with more cushion, of course. He's ready to bowl his 3rd over. When he bowled his 1st over in the power play, he was spot on. Picked up the wicket. Smith, dangerous Smith. They'll be aiming for at least 160 plus, the Cavaliers. The last 10 overs with 8 wickets in hand. They'll be aiming for at least 100 with set batters as well out there. Raindra Pal, 21 or 20. Walton still new to the crease. But everything changes for Walton the moment he finds the middle of the bat and the ball finds itself in the stands.
I think Pinar is likely to come in next as well, but this is very spin heavy this morning here on the Steelers.
He's had a lovely drink indeed. That's the kind of drinks break you want to get out of. What a shot.
One of the two out there in the middle needed to start pushing on a touch. The last 2 or 3 overs has been very quiet indeed. Walton, as you say, just arriving 1 of 6. Raindra Pal going at a runner ball. They need to step it up here. Only 2 wickets down at the halfway stage.
The clarity with which he's put that away. If it's in the slot, he's not going to wait for it. Would have received a message as well to stay proactive, not get into a shell at all. They've made that mistake before, the Cavaliers. Now Walton, is he also looking for one in his slot? That's in the wheelhouse, and that's out of here. What a cracking hit.
She's enjoying that, got that on her camera reel. It's one to remember. 6-1-6 after the drinks break. I just wanted to remind each other what they're out there for at the drinks break and say, let's play our natural game here. Don't get stuck down one end and eat up dot balls. Play your shots, show some intent. That's what's needed right now. That's brilliant stroke.
It's automatically finding the middle of the bat as well for Walton.
Oh, Negi, he was having a lovely time out there before the drinks break, and they've come at him now. 14 off it already, and it's not over yet.
Both the batters taking turns to tonk the ball in this over.
That was the first one, dead straight. Raindra Pal, beautifully hit, dead straight, and there is the sound of that ball hitting the bat. Stunning sound, right out the middle. So a tremendous over, 16 off it, 83 for 2.
Put on line, you come here.
83 for 2. Despite the 27 dot deliveries thus far, the higher buildings are starting to appear. 16 runs of the last over from Negi. Walton and Raindra Pal Singh, both of them finding the middle of the bat. 2 sixes in that over. It's a beautiful day here at the Broward County. And it gets even better when you hear the echo of the bat hitting the ball.
So we look at projections. Same out there earlier with the pitch saying 180 is the pass score. 11 and overs required to get them to that mark. If Walton gets going, 200's more an option.
The wind is picking up again. And for the right-hander, it's the leg side shot that he'll carry with the wind. With the winder against it. When he strikes it, the ball travels.
The Steelers have done so well leading up to that drinks break. And Negi's over straight after Brinks got dispatched, and the first one again goes all the way. So 3 sixes after the drinks break in the space of 8 balls. So that's some damage.
Juicy full toss. Too good to ignore that.
He was 1 of 6 a couple of moments ago. And now he's flying, is Walton.
Raindra Pal this time. Not from the middle of the bat though. Wants to come back for the second. And this is the advantage with Walton. Not only can he tonk the ball a long way, he can always come back for that quick second.
Oh, they're playing many big strokes now. They're both having a full go here, realizing that they can't knock it around any longer here. They need runs on the board. Get some pressure, scoreboard pressure in the chase.
Oh, wait a minute. He's found enough bat on that. Excellently stopped by Sumit. That was slower because he balled from 23 yards. That was a very interesting delivery, John. We talk about use of the crease for a spinner. But what about this one? Use of the dip. For some bowlers, it's the start of a run-up. This was from the regular release point and quicker as well. Good thinking by Dave. 95 for 2 after 12.
मुन्ना को इधर कर दे तू उधर चले जा मुन्ना you come this side
Wicket apiece for Samit Patel and Pawan Negi, although Negi has gone for runs. Dave Muhammad, interesting choice. He's held his own. Subodh Bhatti with one very expensive over will take up the attack. Welcome along Monali Patel in the com box.
Well, that's well bowled. Right into the toes. An excellent way to start the over by Subodh Bhatti.
Great shape on it. Just tail back in at the last minute. Hint of reverse swing. We haven't seen much of it throughout this tournament. But Subodh Bhatti, you think will have the right kind of action. A bit slingy, a bit low arm. To get that ball to tail back in.
Does well. Goes for the full wide Yorker. Just manages to push that out for another single. They've stabilized the ship, haven't they, the Cavaliers? After the last wicket of Tanmay Mishra. 35-run partnership between these two. Seen a few lusty blows in there as well.
Especially after the drinks break. At 10 over mark, they were 67. So 29 runs have come in 14 deliveries. And Walton, who was blocking everything before the drinks break, has gotten in on the act.
Yeah, they're on par here. I think if they continue with this partnership and they continue the way they are, current run rate gets them to 155. We said about 180 was going to be par score. But when you're just 2 wickets down with some good batting to come, you'd expect them to get close to that 180, 185 run mark. Oh, he's certainly channeling those Yorkers.
It's been an outstanding over from Subodh Bhatti. Couple of full deliveries to start off, then the slow delivery, and once again, that Yorker length. This time, the shape was away from the right-hander in the ear. He's getting it to go in both directions. Plenty of work on the ball to make it go that way.
Not a lot of pace from Subodh Bhatti.
batting in
Just makes the batters work that little bit extra to be able to actually hit the ball.
Yeah, the lengths are the key to go with that little bit of movement. It's a big skill, reverse swing. He's got very good attributes to get some of that, especially the lock wrist. A little bit of a whirlwind sort of an action as well.
Looks for the drive and should just be the single. 13 overs gone. The 100 comes up as well. It's 100 for 2. Samit Patel picked up the 1 wicket of Tanmay Mishra. He's coming in for his last over. Follows him, but Raindra Pal has still given himself enough room to be able to clear those long levers and put this away for 6. This is well struck. It's gone some distance.
That is a brutal strike. Intelligent batting as well. Gave himself some room, but kept those feet nice and clear off the line of the ball. That's really flew off the middle of the bat. A long way.
Worked around the pads. Always difficult as a bowler when you get smashed for a boundary off the first delivery of your over. You're playing catch up for the rest of it.
Really putting the bowler under pressure early doors, and yeah, you're right. After that, he's just looking to get out of this over, the bowler. Patel cannot believe it. Oh my. No reviews available. That this was very close. It wasn't going to hit. I wasn't going to miss off or leg, Monali.
That was the back pad. Summit looked very, very perplexed, disappointed, still shaking his head. And now this. Walton says, "Nah, you go back to your mark. Try again."
We need to put this together. Samit Patel's expressions throughout the day. Oh my. He's a character.
Oh, you have got to enjoy this entertainment between batter and bowler. He was sure he had his man. It's been a good innings though from Raindra Pal Singh. Quicker this time as they look to come back for 2. This is well placed and a nice big gap.
Well. What an over. Started off with that 6, but that leg before shout really was very, very close. Samit can count himself unlucky. He's got one more chance with the ball today.
It's not going to be. Decent figures nonetheless for him. 14 overs gone, it's 111 for 2.
I needed ideally ball over, but no, just the straight to illustrate the swing.
Yeah. 111 for 2 after 14. And there is the breakdown of how they've gotten there. Under 8 runs and over the current run rate. Well, this is another top shot, Raindra Pal Singh. He's playing an incredible innings, and that's also going to bring up his half century. Gets to it in some style, 50 off just 35 deliveries. Gosh, he's looked really good out there today. It's also 54-run partnership between these two of just 35 deliveries.
The half century of 35 balls as well. Really picking up the length very, very nicely. It was a slow delivery from Bharati, and he absolutely latched onto it.
And then back to business for Subodh Bharati as he goes for his trusted Yorker.
Change of pace, back of the hand, length really was the key, and he was ready for it. Raindra Pal Singh picks up a half century. Very, very well crafted half century. The man from Canada. Interesting choice of ball from Bharati first up when he can get those Yorkers in the way he's done.
This time it's a full toss to Walton. Just struggling with that length in this over.
If you err on a fuller side when you're getting that kind of reverse swing like we saw him from the previous over, definitely the fuller option is the better. You haven't seen that kind of shape in this over yet with the two deliveries, but he's keeping the ball up. The slower one was the one that caused him the damage.
Down the ground this time. And what a shot. Nice and flat for 6. 57 off 37 deliveries for Raindra Pal Singh.
That is some way to celebrate the half century. Missed his mark, not by much. But these batters going deep in the crease. Raindra Pal Singh, flat and hard. The sweeper can just look it sail over the rope.
It's got a good middle, doesn't it? That bat. He's come out with confidence today. And despite losing those 2 important wickets, he's anchored this innings for his side today. Oh, that's got to hurt. Sticks out the boot. You know what? That's pretty impressive from Walton. That reaction time.
Yes, indeed, but this is the moment for Raindra Pal Singh. Started off in a bright fashion. Picking up the length and trajectory of the spinners. Choosing the right areas to go. Generally straight. Dragging this one right across the slow delivery. And the celebration very muted, but a wonderful knock. Not done yet.
Inside edge, it will be a single. And that's the 15th done, 124 for 2. .76 runs coming off this last phase. They've outdone their power play. And the important thing is this partnership, 63 off 40. Thanks to Raindra Pal Singh's 58 off 39, 3 4s, 3 6s in that. And they've set themselves up in a pretty good position here, the Cavaliers, to get a big total on the cards. For the Steelers, that's a bit of a headache, considering they're already sitting 4th on that table.
Good sign for the Cavaliers now that different people are coming to the fore and performing. That's always a good sign going into the knockout phases of the tournament.
Oh, that is some extra bit of zip on that one.
It's a very inviting flight. Excellent bowling from Dave Mohammed. Brave and challenging someone who's batting really well. A little bit of turn.
Oh, looks to go across again. He's going to be a little bit careful here.
Just said Raindra Pal, just saying, chose the right areas to hit spinners. This one going way across on a googly, which is turning away. A hit with the spin, with not much protection on deep cover. There is a cover and there's a long off, and there is huge spaces between those two sweepers. He only needs to get over or through this fielder in the ring at extra cover.
It's also just 4 more deliveries to this spell from Dave Mohammed. Should be gone. Should be gone and is gone. You could sense that wicket coming after the first 2 deliveries. And there's the celebration. We have seen some interesting celebrations, haven't we? But what an excellent knock this is. That's got to come to an end for Raindra Pal Singh. Still celebrating.
Multiple celebrations in one dismissal. The arrow celebration, and then really delightful because he's really on this wicket. I have to say, he bowled beautifully. Two googlies going across Raindra Pal, saying this one was even fuller, keeping him tempted. And right on the target was Dave Mohammed, but not after Ravinder has played a wonderful knock of 58. Cavaliers 124 for 3.
Free to go, left arm over.
Obus Pinar, best of 43. Part of a really good partnership. The last outing that he had, scored some runs. He's an athlete out there in the middle.
One.
Through the offside to get off the mark.
These two together can really run the fielding side ragged just with their running between the wickets. Fit and quick. What a spell this has been from Dave Mohammed. Just not quite into the arc of Ravi. This is a good connection, but just a caress. He wasn't looking for the full flourish. Chadwick Walton.
Right before this delivery, we said that he had to get through 4 more deliveries through Dave Mohammed's spell, especially when you're in this position in the game. Because now you're rebuilding again. Obus Pinar's walked out. Takes a couple of deliveries to have a look. But that's the end of the 16th and end of the spell for Dave Mohammed. It's 126 for 3.
Not really block it out, but you know, just try and just runs and now he's very it's not smacking anything.
That's the way it goes. That's T20 cricket, isn't it? He smacked a couple of sixes, what would you have said? Brilliant content, yeah.
After Smith's early exit, Tanmay continued to tread on Raindra Pal with his wonderful half-century. 2 dot deliveries, and then Dave got the better of him. Now, all eyes towards Walton. 22 of 18. And Obus Pinar has joined him. And Samuel Badri joins us up in the comm box. Welcome.
Hello again. Just the 5 bowlers used so far by the Steelers. So it'll be an over of spin, maybe from Nagy in the back end of the innings. Powell for now.
Manufactured this shot, creating his own angles and might have even got the distance. No, 1 bounce over the rope. That's a statement sent.
Yeah, he sort of telegraphed the line that he was going to bowl given the field that he has. A couple fielders in the deep offside, deep point, long off and extra cover. So he knows that the line is going to be wide. Moved across quite early and vacant acreage in that direction. Now there's a change in field. Long off to mid off and deep backward square. So he has more options in terms of line, Darren Powell.
Got underneath this one and collects 6. This has to be the most effortless 6 from Walton.
And when I was out there for the pitch report, the wind was blowing from north to south in the direction where that ball was hit. So I just wonder if that had anything to do with this ball traveling for 6. As you mentioned, it was just a caress, just a push, timed it more than anything. And just where the fielder was previously is where he targeted. So he's toying with the field, and guess what? The mid-off is now pushed back to long off. And the deep point comes into the inner circle. So different fields for every delivery so far.
Slower delivery. Didn't get enough bat on it. Lucky that it didn't carry.
It would feel as though he missed out. That was in the hitting arc for Chadwick Walton. Dave Mohammed on the boundary. I think he managed okay. A little bit of a fumble. Oh, did he? Is that foot on the rope? Yes, it is. And this is going to be a 4. And Chadwick Walton is going to retain strike. That is an expensive mistake. And then what happens with the next delivery with him on strike? Yeah, his foot is clearly on the rope there. So this is going to be 4. Yep, confirmation there. So 14 from the first 4 and Walton back on strike.
3 extra runs and Walton on strike. More headache for Powell. Oh, that is big. That is still growing. Out of here. 4-6, 4-6. You dial that, you reach Walton.
And that's costly. The error from Dave Mohammed, which should have been just a single, gave them 3 extra runs, and now, to add insult to injury, smashes him for 6-20 in the over so far.
That's not from the middle, but that still has enough to go the distance. Walton on fire. And Powell is wondering where does he bowl, and the ball does not land outside the rope.
From one Jamaican to the other. This is some harsh treatment. 26 runs, and it's not done yet. He was yelling, catch him, catch him, catch him, but no one's catching that. It's more like fetching.
Surely there are better ways to exchange pleasantries in Jamaica. 26 of the over with a ball to go. Walton still on strike. Oh, well, he might come back for the second. No, he's sticking to a single. He wants that strike in the next over too. 27 of this one, 153 for 3. He's on 49 now. 18. $153 for 3, 27 runs of the previous over. That's a massive building that you see there. They would love to see a dot on top of that. The Steelers, they didn't get that dot. It's all because of Walton. 49 of 24. Quicker from Nagy. But would have missed the leg stump. Survives there, Walton. What an innings this has turned out to be. He's the same man who took 6 deliveries and found himself at 1 run. No problem there for Walton. A half century. He's pushing hard for the second because strike is more important than celebrating the milestone. A half century of the highest order, fueled by self-belief despite a slow start. Walton races to 51 of just 26, and the Cavaliers are right on track for a good total. Walton has explored two moods
पीछे आ
in this half century.
Yeah, and he's surpassed everyone to be the leading run scorer so far in the tournament. Rashid Dhawan held that spot previously, so it speaks to his consistency. Started this game with the best average, an average of 91. So it's been a brilliant tournament for Chadwick Walton.
नेगा
Just looking to push on. In all likelihood, he'll have that semi-final, and if they win that, another game in the final.
Oh, he's made room and he's made good connection as well. Precision, power, everything fell into place for Pinar. Collects a boundary. First of his.
Yeah, not good news for the Steelers. They wanted to restrict them for a low score and then look to chase it down to stay in the competition. But they're hemorrhaging boundaries.
Chadwick Walton at number 4 has been a great phenomenon. Ever so often we've seen him dominate the power play. At number 4 as well, he's been excellent in this tournament. 18 gone, 160 for 3.
Very good over, sir. Just 7 of it. In the CPL, he opens the batting, does he?
Used to when he played.
Wow, 143.
Graphics right on cue.
There's something wonderful about a number 4 batter in this tournament, being at the top of the tree for the most runs, 143. Again, as Samuel Badri put, Mr. Consistent Chadwick Walton.
Rashid Dhawan as well has been super consistent. Remember, it's just 3 matches for that volume of runs that you're seeing there.
A Chadwick Walton fan. All smiles. Taken. Oh, no, put down. But it's only Negi who could have got there, moving laterally as well.
You're not the most gifted in terms of height, and it was going away to his less preferred side, his right hand, but did well with the leap, timed it well, but not able to hold on. Yeah, they can't afford these mistakes. Walton, the man reprieved then. He can't make them pay even further.
Subodh has bowled a slower delivery to Pinar. That sort of reveals, Walton, this is something that Subodh can do. Will he stay put and wait for that slower delivery to arrive just in case it's one? Walton surveying the field as if he wants the fielders to be in play.
Was how much in that? Probably over 27. 27.
Enough power. One bounce over the rope, and he's chosen a great area.
Yeah, that shot deserves all the applause, because to hit that length in that direction is very skillful. Short, and he's picked straight back towards the side screen. A lot of times you'll see batters hitting that square of the wicket offside or leg side. He's bisected long on and long off perfectly.
It's a one-footer. Swiveling on his foot, he was able to put that straight down the ground. This time should be taken. And Bharati finds a reason to smile. Thanking the Almighty, because Walton, the force is back in the hut.
I think he's signaling to Dave Mohammed, that's the way you do it. Yeah, he's still looking in his direction. Darren Powell is still hurting from the previous over. But for the first time, Chadwick Walton miscues one. Yeah, he looks straight at Dave Mohammed, who's at long on, and says, please, this is what's needed. Yeah, they're having a little bit of a chat. He's still not pleased with the effort in that previous over where he was smoked for 27. But what a knock it has been again for Chadwick Walton. 166 for 4.
Okay. Were you on air during that time? No. 166 for 4. 6 runs and a wicket in this over from Subodh Bharati. It's a good comeback by Subodh Bharati. He was only going for runs. He's got rid of the danger man. Another danger man arrives, Nevin Stewart. That was all power. Give that man a bravery award. Subodh was willing to sacrifice that foot.
Yeah, this is the reason why he's here, targeting straight back again, but not the middle of the bat. I just love that reaction from Darren Powell. Had to make sure he caught it firstly. Yeah, and that as well. Had him plumb LBW Samit Patel earlier in the innings. Absolutely plumb. Not given. That's just the way it goes sometimes.
Oh, that's a cracking hit. That will race away for 4. Pinar finding a second boundary in that region. More control, more conviction this time. 171 for 4. $171 for 4. The final of the innings coming up. And Cavaliers now will have to put up a score without Walton. Pinar is still out there. He's scored a boundary. Stewart has struck the ball well in the only solitary ball he's faced. And Powell, the captain's gone back to Powell because Walton's out of the equation.
Yeah, just sticking to his 5 bowlers, 27 from that over, but he switched ends. So he's now from the northern end. Nevin Stewart, the man from Tobago, has a strike rate in this tournament of over 200. Came in that final over in the last match and won the game for his team, known for his monstrous blows. Can Powell keep him quiet?
Does well, first ball. According to plan.
Yeah, Pina has shown a proclivity to hit the ball over extra cover with great returns. Yeah, a little bit disappointed with that line and length. A wonderful acquisition for this team. Yeah, that's gone. Is it? It's in the air. Fielder settles. Yeah, doesn't middle it this time. Nevin Stewart and Gajanan Singh, who's patrolled that area wonderfully, takes the catch. So no pyrotechnics today from Stewart.
Nowhere near the middle. He knew immediately he was in trouble. And Gajanan Singh has been sensational with his catching today. He's made difficult chances look easy. And against a swiveling and swerving ball in the air, he was quite comfortable underneath. Nevin Stewart gone for 1, 171 for 5.
Middle. Yes, sir, middle. Get 4 to go. Bowler's right over.
Anirban Majumdar.
Play for the first time?
Yeah, I've seen. Anirban Majumdar. Good appeal this. Good appeal because he was hopping outside off. No bat involved. Judson, one of the most experienced umpires, along with Anil Chaudhary, the most experienced umpire.
Yeah, that step across quite early and quite significant. That was a very good shot from Darren Powell.
made some contact, but he's hit it straight to the fielder.
Test cricket, I grew up watching this.
A very good retort from Darren Powell. 27 in his last over, only 2 so far in the final over. That's the wicket of Nathan Stewart. A couple deliveries to go. Can he finish off quietly?
Oh, excellent over this thus far. Again a single. Cavaliers were entertaining thoughts of 185 plus. That's not happening now. But still it's a good score. 174, very much a fighting total. The service has got something for the spinners as well. Taken. We'll finish with another wicket, Powell. What a comeback. 3 runs and 2 wickets in the final over. After being thumped for 27 before. The Cavaliers have managed 174, even though they were dreaming of more. Momentum with the Steelers.
Magnificent final over for the Steelers. Just the 3 runs and a couple wickets from Darren Powell. Dave Mohammed with the catch, but 174 is where the Cavaliers end. And we'll just have to do some calculations to find out at which point, which over these guys need to chase this score in to topple the Florida Hurricanes. And they're trying to go for the maximum, understandably so. Mohammed holds on. So there'll be a lot of statisticians around working out the calculations. And as soon as we figure that out, we'll relay the information to you guys. But for now, the Cavaliers have ended their innings on 174 for 6. Couple half centuries in there. Confirmation of their batting scorecard. Raindra Pal with a wonderfully constructed 58, but it was Walton who played a blitzkrieg 57 of 30 contributions from Tanmay at the top, and they close on 174. Partnerships so important in this format and any format, really. 63 the best between Raindra Pal and Walton, and contributions from Pina and Walton as well, and a good start which laid that foundation.
An excellent comeback towards the end by the California Steelers bowlers. 2 wickets for Powell. Sumit with a wicket early on. Pawan Negi in the power play picked up Smith. And Subodh Bharati getting rid of the dangerous Walton. And of course, Dave Mohammed also featuring in the wickets column. Entertaining first half of the play. Some good shots from Tanmay early on. And this is where Smith looked really good as the ball was hitting nothing but the middle of the bat. 2 boundaries in the same region. But Tanmay also finding form, leading the slower deliveries to perfection, thriving on width as well. Before this happened, a single was negated. And that means Smith had to retain strike. And very next delivery, on the quickest delivery he's ever faced perhaps from a spinner. Raindra Pal today has been terrific. The way he has attacked the spinners, created his own angles to score runs, really helped. And his half century today will make him feel much better, as it also propelled the score eventually in the middle overs. Once that partnership was broken, Raindra Pal had to take a call. Does he play his natural role, or does he wait for Walton, who was taking a bit of time to get going? But his partnership once again flourished, with both of them taking turns to hit sixes and in the middle overs treating the spinners with disdain. Raindra Pal's well-notched up half-century made sure that the Cavaliers were well on course for 200 plus. But after his departure, it became troublesome, as everything had to be done by Chadwick Walton. 6s galore in that over, 27 runs plundered of Powell's over. And he raced to his half century in the process. Mr. Consistent, Walton at number 4. There indeed was one ball that had his name written on it, And Powell was very relieved that the catch was taken by himself. In the final over, Powell pulled things back with just 3 runs and picked up 2 wickets to maintain the Cavaliers under 175. 148 runs for Chadwick Walton for the New York Cavaliers. The most consistent performer with a bat in hand. And he's come in at number 4, remember that. Let's go down to Manali.
Thanks a lot, Suhas. I've got Chadwick Walton of the Cavaliers. 57 of 30 today was raining sixes. How easy did you make that look out there today?
Actually, I don't think it was really easy. It's a bit nippy out there, so it's not my favorite type of weather, but we have a job to do, and look at it today. I was able to produce.
Well, you certainly did. Now, you said the weather is a bit nippy today. It's not your beautiful island weather. How are you coping with that?
It's very difficult. Some persons might not find it cold. Some persons say it's beautiful weather, but for me, it's just a bit too cool.
You and me both, for sure. Now, really good partnership between you and Raindra Pal. What was the conversation when you guys were batting together?
It's just to keep picking up the singles, putting away the bad ones, and just keep being positive.
175 is what you're defending. What do you make of that total?
It's a game of cricket. I'd rather not say. We just hope that we can restrict them for under 175.
Sounds like an excellent plan. Best of luck in that second innings. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys upstairs.
Chadwick Walton. Terrific today. So 175 required for the Steelers. Can they put up their first win in the league in 120 balls? Don't go anywhere. We have the run chase coming up.
Welcome back to the action. Cavaliers taking on the Steelers today in match number 6, and we've seen an exciting first innings. The Cavaliers had a good time with the bat. They've put on 174 runs thanks to a couple of half centuries. Raindra Pal 58, Walton 57, and a handy 32 off 25 from Tanmay Mishra. They will feel fairly confident going into this contest, and they'll be using the momentum from this first innings. Raindra Pal was in sublime form today. 58 off 42, 3 fours, 3 sixes, and took most of the bowlers who bowled at him to the cleaners today. Had a use of power and a bit of finesse, and hit some glorious strokes around the park. Good timing for him as he starts his World Cup prep as well. Chadwick Walton, highest run scorer in the league so far, 148 runs off his bat. He has been in some good form, followed by Rishi Dhawan with 136. But it comes down to this half century, today's match, 57 off 30. It was 5 sixes and 3 fours. Top shot, that one, placed it to perfection. And he certainly enjoyed the pace on the bat as he was able to use it to put those away over the boundary. Joined alongside Faisal Shah, who will take us through this rest of the bowling card.
Ken Powell was expensive in that 1 over. Up until that point, he'd bowled well, 2 wickets. Negi with a wicket. Samit Patel has been very consistent throughout the tournament. And Dave Mohabbat probably was the pick with 1 for 26.
175 is what they need in their 20 overs, the Steelers. And we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have the chase for you. Time for the action in this second half as the Steelers look to chase down 175 runs against a really good bowling side in the Cavaliers. They were decent with the bat today, the Cavaliers. First up, 174 runs for 6 and a couple of half centuries. So that's going to come in very handy in that confidence aspect of things. Raindra Pal and Walton both getting their half centuries. The bowling department was a little bit of a struggle for the Steelers today. Powell picked up 2 wickets and a wicket each for the rest of the bowlers. And the issue was they just didn't have enough wicket-taking power today and allowed the Cavaliers to get up to 174. They need 175 from here on, the Steelers, as we see their skipper just getting those lunges and stretches in before he walks in. And a quick team huddle. Get those final plans into place. Quick pep talk. They've struggled with the bat though in this tournament. The Steelers just haven't had the ability to click in the right places, whether it be with that batting lineup or the bowling department. Dwayne Smith, the captain leading the charge for the Cavaliers. Unlucky to not get runs with the bat today, but he has done a really good job in marshalling his troops.
Well, Steelers will be looking to finish this tournament on a high. It hasn't been a disappointing campaign for them. The way Cavaliers batted, probably they have put the qualification way beyond reach for the Steelers. Jonathan Carter. It's a subdued tournament. That best of 26 came in the last game. Namanocha hasn't really been at the races here. Just the 13 runs in 2 outings. The skipper must be looking to finish on a high. It's very difficult to be a captain of the team that hasn't performed to its potential and to lift them. Baltej Singh has really been impressive. 3 for 21, his best. He's been able to get the new ball through at a decent height. Also been able to get some movement to give that early control that skipper Dwayne Smith is looking for. Last group game of this year's Mayor's New World T20 Cricket League. An absolute picture. The Broward County Stadium. The sun is out in its full glory. Plenty of greenery around and plenty of blue sky.
Does look very picturesque, but I'll tell you this, Faisal, I was just out there and it's a bit nippy, just like Chadwick Walton said right there at the halfway point. It's not quite as warm as you'd expect. Not the island weather he's used to.
Yeah, but you told us early morning that today is going to be a very nice and warm day. It hasn't warmed up then. Although, silly to believe your weather predictions going by your record this week.
Ball number 1 on the mark. Baltej Singh. He's been good with the ball. And he's been able to provide that stability up at the top for his side.
Yeah, he has been pretty good. Talking about the weather still, though, if you look around the rest of the country, the winter is fully gripped. The rest of the country, most of it, still blessed to have the temperatures in and around 70s.
Flashing through the offside, and he'll get off the mark. 70s, what's that? I believe the rest of the world, we deal in Celsius.
You're in America, so Fahrenheit is the way to go. What will it make it? 22, 23 Celsius? Have a look at this picture. The park, the lake.
You know it's too cold when that water park right in the center of your screen is not operational.
It's a working day. Kids are at school right now.
Oh, that is well bowled, and I think he's been struck there. He has been struck. I think it's in the crown jewels. I could be wrong, but
It's a telltale when everyone else is smiling, but the person who got hit is grimacing. Jonathan Carter can't wipe away the smile of the face of Dwayne Smith. Beautifully bowled, though, is one of those. Whoever has played cricket for any length of time, I'm pretty sure they've experienced it.
I do find the humor in that. I do.
Ask Jonathan Carter at this moment, and he won't. He might have when he would be on other side of the coin, and I'm pretty sure he would have been. He's getting back what he used to do that when someone else gets hit. But this is common. I mean, I just cannot find the logic for that. How it's funny for others when your fellow colleague or even the teammates. I've seen instances where the teammates are burst into laughter as someone get hit in the field.
That's going to be a wide. It's well taken behind the stumps. Walton, half century. Now he's saving runs on the field.
If the previous one was right on the mark, this was way off the mark. Bit of work behind the stumps for Chadwick Walton.
Some damage to his glasses.
We're just checking those sunnies too, eh? Not sure if he's done a bit of damage to them on the way down. Oh, that is an incredible delivery. Incredible. Walton says, not off the forearm.
Yeah, he didn't even go up when Baltej was going up and down at Anil Chaudhary, pleading. Chadwick Walton calmly signaling it went off the forearm. That is a beautiful delivery, an absolute peach. He's got the ball to go in both directions with this new ball, Baltej.
There's that extra bit of bounce that we've seen from him too. Hits the deck hard. Big flashing shot and a thick outside edge. He's going to pick up a boundary off of this, and very unlucky if you're Baltej because he's bowled really well. He's creating these wicket-taking opportunities.
Chadwick Walton, who was flying to his left, defending a very good total, starting off without a slip. That would have been regulation. Look at Walton go, but not quite enough. Unlucky, Baltej.
Keeps it wide of the right-hander, bit of shape and a dot to end the first. It's 6 for none.
Really good over, man.
It's a decent start with the ball for Baltej. 6 runs coming off the over, and thanks to that unlucky boundary off a thick outside edge. It's going to be Obis Pinar coming in with the ball. Had a really good time in the last game with both bat and ball, Obis Pinar. And Namanoja looking to just thread that gap in the offside. And Dwayne Smith is on the ball. He's a tall bowler, Obispinar, so he gets that high release point. Left arm spin.
He started off his career as a seam bowler back in South Africa, Obispinar. Now he's predominantly a batting all-rounder with left arm spin. It's been a very subdued start from Steelers.
It just highlights the challenges that they faced in the tournament so far, doesn't it? When things are not going your way, when you don't have the momentum on your side, you're always in search of it. You're always 2 steps behind of where you want to be.
Plenty of change in field for the left-hander. 4 fielders in the ring on the offside and 3 on the onside. There's a deep square leg and a deep point, trying to cover both sides of the pitch, Obispinar.
Goes leg side and gets a good piece of bat on this as that runs away for a maximum. Carter seems a lot more comfortable against Obispinar than he did against Baltage.
Took on the sweeper, went straight in the direction where he was, but went over his head. In fact, by a long way. Carter needed that. Really was struggling to put bat on ball against Baltage. Found a PNR much more to his liking. What a brilliant delivery. Excellent comeback. PNR doesn't turn the ball big, especially with the new ball. And that delivery leaving the left-hander. Pitch perfectly in length.
Worked away into the leg side and nice and fine as it runs away for a boundary. An expensive over, 11 runs coming off of it, 2 overs gone, it's 17 for none.
So you know how cold it is in Florida, guys? They're finding iguanas just frozen on the sides of the mountains. They're just laying there. Too many Trinis eating them.
Second over, Pina.
Last game of the group stages today, Cavaliers versus Steelers. And then we go into our semi-final on the 15th, day off tomorrow, with the big final on the 16th. Looking for that soft touch. Naman Oja. Now, given the net run rate and the potential qualification, again, we're waiting on confirmation on that exact calculation, but they really need to chase this down pretty quickly.
Yeah, they need to, and they need those boundaries to keep coming. Margin of error we've seen all day for the bowlers, very little. Spina straying 2 straight and paying the price. Carter needs to continue with the momentum he gained in the last over.
Big flashing shot again, not where he wanted it to go. It'll just be the single. Now, when I look at the score, I see they've got 19 runs on the cards. Carter 15 off 8. He hasn't really found the middle of the bat too often. As we take a look at this edge, you just feel that Naman Oja at some point's got to start chipping in at the other end as well. It cannot be just the odd single from him.
Yes, 6 of 3, simply not good enough, considering the equation that they need to beat, which is almost close to impossible anyway.
And again, he goes for the single. That's not going to do it for them to get them into the qualifiers. That net run rate is just not in a good place at the moment for the Steelers. Minus 1.38, the Steelers. A long way down on that points table.
So they lost the first game by 40 runs. And made 129 in the second game, which got chased down quite comfortably. So they have a huge mountain to climb.
Right on.
Looking to work it into the leg side.
Just looking, putting everything into context, probably finishing tournament on a high and just looking for that plain victory. Will be some consolation. Because like I said, the qualification, they've left themselves with a mountain to climb, and Cavaliers 174 really hasn't made it any easier for them.
This is a massive wide. Completely losing his line on this one, Baltage.
Well, he's getting the ball to seam around. This modern day mentality of the fast bowlers to rely on slow deliveries. He's bowling into that crosswind that Sami Badri has talked throughout the day.
Worked around the pads. It's going to be another single. 5 runs coming off the over so far, including the wide. They need to be going at 8.9 runs to chase the total down, and you'd assume it's going to be a lot less in terms of 103 deliveries to chase us down to get in that qualification for that semi-final spot. Doesn't have his timing, Namanoja. It looks a bit out of sorts as this is a dot to end the third. The Steelers 22 for none. That is a beautiful shot, thanks to our drone. Beautiful blue skies in Sunshine State here at Broward County. It's a beautiful stadium. Hosts quite a lot of cricket, local and international. It's one of the original facilities here in USA Cricket.
Have to thank our production team as well for bringing those brilliant shots.
Obus Pinar back in the action, and that was mighty close as Carter looked to put that into the leg side.
He got done in length. Wasn't too short to go for that kind of stroke.
You just feel that one of these guys is going to have to start making some better connection, because if both of them are batting as slowly as they are, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Carter, especially. And this is going to be the moment. Namanoja back on strike. He's got to show better intent.
And such has been the evolution of batting, art of batting in T20 cricket. That hit down the ground of the back foot against the spinners, and someone like Henrik Claesson has mastered, has really put spinners in difficulty. But someone like Carter, who had that opportunity, looking to play square, those skidding incoming deliveries, hasn't become a good option for maximum.
Again, just worked into the leg side for another single. And if you're the coach, at what point do you send out a quick message to Naman? Maybe he's the captain.
Yeah, that's the strange thing. He's the captain, and he's exactly doing what the fielding side wants him to do, and the way they've set the fields. Well, they need to get some height.
Gets good connection on this one, Carter, and he's going to pick up a boundary as well for it. Need plenty more of those.
That's a better option. He went relatively straighter instead of going for that square hit. Wide of long on, and has picked up a boundary.
Goes straight again, and this is better connection. One bounce, 4 more. And a great way to end the over by Carter. 4 overs gone is 32 for none.
.32 for no loss in 4 overs, the Steelers. Required rate of 8.9. In this run chase, they might still be okay because they have the wickets in hand. But if they want to stay alive in this league, then they need to score at a brisk pace. Mr. Milton and co, they've done a terrific job. Samuel.
Pierces the gap. Naman Oja finally gets something off the middle. And even the ground staff applaud that one. And those guys have done such a wonderful job, as you've mentioned, and as the players themselves. Once you have players saying that it's a very good surface for batting, then you know that these guys deserve a lot of plaudits game after game. They get when everyone else gets a rest day, tomorrow they don't. They still have to come out and ensure that the pitch is in readiness for the playoffs and the final. Commendations to Mr. Milton Taylor and his group.
Outstanding effort this. And oh, had that been a direct hit, could have been tricky. Nevin Stewart, 42 years young.
Rolling back the hands of time. Nevin Stewart. Kesrick Williams goes to him immediately to applaud that effort.
He's got enough bat in this one. Couple of bounces. Oh, well done. And good running between the wickets as well. This is good cricket all around. Kesrick Williams with a surprise package of that bouncer, and well dealt with too.
I wasn't expecting that quicker delivery from Kesrick Williams. Good direction with the delivery. That's important. Manages to get it over the infield though.
And the slower delivery. The running between the wickets has been better now. It's become better. And Mr. Milton and co, a team that never rests despite everybody else getting a day off. They talk to the surface, they brave the weather, and they talk to the skies as well to ensure that we have wonderful games of cricket. We've got good balance between the bat and ball thanks to the surfaces they have provided. And their hard work has got great applause. It hasn't gone unnoticed at all. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for keeping our game alive.
Yeah, the mechanical roller. There's the manual roller as well. So many things that go into pitch preparation that viewers don't necessarily see. As soon as the game is over, they're out there adding moisture to the surface using the Hessian, rolling the pitches. .40 without loss.
For no loss in 5 overs. Dwayne Smith, the bowler. Interesting to see him in the power play. Can he lead from the front here? They need a wicket here. The Cavaliers. The Steelers have been measured with their 40. The required rate has climbed up to 9. Having said that, if they want to look at the bigger picture to stay alive in this tournament, they need to score runs quickly. How much? We'll let you know exactly once we get the equation too. Slower delivery from Smith. Oh, while everyone was absorbed in the appeal, Naman believed there is an opportunity for a single and gets there.
Yeah, I don't think that they're doing enough, the Steelers, to steal a position in the playoffs. That window is becoming increasingly smaller. And so, as you mentioned earlier, they might be doing well enough in this run chase, but in terms of the competition standings, I think with every passing delivery, that opportunity goes, especially with their run rate that they're operating at.
Four inside the circle on the offside man at catching position. And if he takes a start, he almost becomes catching cover. No one can catch this one because it's traveling. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. I think that went the distance.
Yeah, it did. Just one confirmation. It will be the second 6 of the innings. Umpire just wants to make absolutely sure that it traveled over. Yeah, it did easily in the end. So we'll get confirmation of that shortly. Yeah, they need many more of these and imminently.
Now that'll be a wide delivery. Got into a great position as well, Samuel.
Yeah, a couple deliveries ago, that's more like Namanoja that we've come to know over the years. Hasn't really found his rhythm in this tournament. Looking to finish things off because it seems in all likelihood that's the way it's going to be. This is over the infield and the offside. Will get another boundary. So too short and wide from Dwayne Smith.
The gamble hasn't paid off. Smith bringing himself on. He's gone for 12 already with half an over yet to bowl. Easy pickings because the pace is not challenging. Naman quite content to stay back and wait for the ball to arrive in his zone. And Witt helped him play this shot. We talked about the importance of a good surface. We've got that from Mr. Milton and co. The bounce was excellent. That's in the gap as well. That will run away for 4. Naman, one through the offside, one through the leg side. More misery for Smith.
The final over of the power play. Dwayne Smith opting to take it himself. Always a risk. And it hasn't reaped rewards for them. He's conceded 16 with a couple deliveries to go. And this is the acceleration that they're looking for, the sort of impetus in the innings. And the Hurricanes will be looking on intently and with some concern.
Oh, that's running away as well. He's got to intercept the ball. Does so. Just in time. Just in time. Excellent work by Raindra Pal Singh. One of the most acrobatic.
Yeah, we want to have a closer look at it. At first glance, it seems as though he did a good job. Outside and back in. I just wonder if he touched anything. I think that's a good job. Ball is making contact just about now. Releases it. Yep, that seems to be all good.
Does well there, Raindra Pal Singh. Final ball of the power play. Not from the middle of the bat. And a couple of easy runs to end the power play with Steelers have their wickets intact in the power play. 6 gone, 60 for no loss. Steelers are 60 for no loss in 6 overs, and their approach is suggested in the power play itself that they're looking at this game in isolation. They're looking to finish this tournament with a win. Kesrick Williams. He's got a good bouncer, he's got a good Yorker. 8 runs of the first over he conceded. Oh, almost started his run-up. He started his run-up and then he's making a change to the field. Perhaps an adjustment to the field. Man at 45 inside the circle. Being conventional. Good job by Williams to keep it away from the hitting arc to a jumping Carter.
A couple of starts in the tournament so far for Jonathan Carter. Really wants to cash in. And this is the final one. Last group stage match. There's an intermission tomorrow. Yeah, those are his returns. He's gotten starts all the way through.
Both the batters have their new highest score to show.
And now is a little bit more of a challenge with the protection for the bowlers. These two really haven't shown the sort of urgency that you'd expect, nor the boundary hitting ability. So with the protection for the bowlers, it will become increasingly difficult for them.
That will be a wide delivery, no leniency whatsoever, despite a batter moving across. Even if it takes a coat of paint of the leg stump and the umpire doesn't hear it, it's a wide delivery.
Yeah, well, not any longer, because that guideline, that wide line close to the stump on the leg side gives the bowlers a little bit more latitude down the leg side. It's an experiment that's in effect until the end of the year. But even so, it was wide enough for the umpire to adjudicate it as such.
So they give them a little bit extra room
Now.
Yeah.
And oh, will travel the distance. Looked like a simple catch, then turned a little more difficult. And in the end, over the rope, the ball and the fielder.
If he was a goalkeeper, he'd be proud. Pushes it over the bar, but instead, it's cricket. And I just wonder if he was able to do better. We've seen catches like these in the modern day being taken with consummate ease. Not this time, though. Carter gets a 6, another one.
Not from the middle of the bat, and every ball needs to meet the middle of the bat to keep them alive in the league.
You see these 2 lines?
Yeah. So they give them a little more room.
So the protected area down the line of the pitch is what they're using now. So even if it's outside leg but it's inside, the protect no wide.
But what about the batter? Sometimes he does this, right? And then comes back into play. So the zone widens then?
Moves. Not on the leg side, only on the offside.
Okay, not on the leg side. Oh, okay.
He's got a little trigger moment of coming towards the offside to open up the leg side a little more, but it's only guaranteeing him singles.
Yeah, in control of this run chase at the moment, required rates under 8s and over. And you can see where they're going in terms of current and required. So far, so good for this game. Is it good enough, though, for qualification?
Low full toss would be safe. That's the most dramatic single. 7 gone, 72 for no loss. So 72 for no loss in 7 overs, the California Steelers. They've got 7 boundaries and 3 sixes in their effort. Naman and Carter have also run well between the wickets. Well ahead of the required rate. They've kept it under control, 7.9 at this stage. Junaid Siddiqui, 2 wickets thus far.
Yeah, he's going to abort on the first run. He always does that, doesn't he? I've seen him do it on a number of occasions just to get perhaps that correct approach. What's the odds that he's going to abort his first attempt?
But what about the irritation for the batter? Because he's watching the ball, not the bowler. And he does! Where is that crystal ball? Where are you hiding that, Mr. Samuel Badri?
Yeah, it's just that I've seen it so often from him. It becomes part of his modus operandi.
Predictably painful for Junaid. Now gets it right. I think the captain, when he signs him, the contract says that if you can bowl a good ball first up, you're allowed to do that. What if someday he decides to ditch it and the batter is thinking, anyway, this is going to be about.
Wow, what did that miss?
That's missed everything.
Yeah, he's perplexed as to what did that miss. Jonathan Carter trying to switch it. Misses bat pad, stumps everything. Pace on delivery, slider from Junaid.
Got him this time. When he does get it right, this is what happens. Carter's measures 35. Measure 35 has come to an end.
Yeah, Siddiqui strikes in his first over. A change up, a slower delivery. That time previously quicker. Into the surface and bottom edge. Drags it onto his stumps. And a celebration to go with it. Wakanda forever. Carter has to depart. The first wicket down for the Steelers. 72 for 1.
Black man. This into of the order. They did not show any intention.
Three deliveries to go, bowlers right over.
Ashley Nurse at number 3 to ruffle some feathers. Best of 23. That strike rate is what he's got in this particular tournament. Otherwise, it's much higher. Today is a perfect chance for him to not just get a half century under his belt, but ensure that he tries and finishes this game as soon as possible to give themselves an outside chance. Right now, they're fighting the calculator. Junaid's instructed every person who's outside the 30-yard circle to stick to the boundary rope. That's a very good delivery.
Yeah, usually targets the stumps, bowls that wicket to wicket line, and a little bit of variation in between for Siddiqui.
Can't get that single. On the cusp of a wicket maiden here, Junaid.
And this is the wicket of Jonathan Carter, dragging it onto his stumps. I wonder if we've seen any maidens so far in this tournament. I struggle to remember any.
There is one. A wicket maiden for Junaid. 8 gone, 72 for 1.
Steelers in the hunt here. That worm was just starting to climb until the important wicket of Carter, pegging that momentum back down the Cavaliers. 72 runs on the cards, the 1 wicket. And Namanoja's out there, the skipper. Nathan Stewart comes in at a crucial time. And you'd feel that at the run rate that they're going at, they're certainly trying to chase us down quickly, the Steelers. Joined alongside John Kent. Calls for catch it and straight into the hands. That is 2 massive wickets in back-to-back succession. 2 overs, both openers are back in the pavilion.
Stewart, the master stroke, and that was a smart piece of fielding. Deep mid-wicket, brilliant catch. Running forward, full-length dive, and holding on to it. Stewart with the off-cutter, dragged down and smashed it out to Raindra Pal. He's a super catch. He's put down a few sitters in this tournament, but that is the pick of his best. And the celebrations, 1 ball, 1 wicket. And Oja, the skipper, he's got to go. Played 32 of 22, Steelers 72 for 2.
Samit Patel in the action with 2 brand new batters out in the middle.
They've been looking so good, but as you mentioned, a couple of deliveries, they've lost their 2 in batters, and now in all sorts of trouble. A really great catch running forward. It's one of the pick of the catches we've seen all tournament. It's quite helpful as a bowler to have men taking blinders in the outfield like that.
I'm gonna need to take some credit for that catch because I had to go at him this morning from the drop in the previous game. I said, make sure you try and get him in your hands, eh?
That one he dropped at, honestly, you lose a lot of confidence when you put ones like those down, but he doesn't seem to be too affected. And he's thrown himself around and taken a great one.
He is a really handy fielder. An athlete on the field, throws himself around, saves runs. Have seen him take some incredible catches over the years. Oh, that is one way to get some runs. Goes up and over the offside. And he just seems a bit frustrated as well. Not content with just the one run.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Stuart's something's upset him there. The fielding, he thinks the fielder should have taken it. That was the one that was taken a couple of deliveries ago. Raindra Pal, off he goes. Catch me if you can. Really well judged.
No real timing on that one from Samit Patel. I don't have the exact calculation yet. But you know, we did have this ChatGPT conversation earlier, didn't we? Surely we should be able to use it in this sort of situation.
Well, they're batting a lot better than they have in the previous games. They didn't look up to much at all. They lost by 40 runs and then they got 129 in the next game. So of the games they've played so far in this tournament, this has been by far their best batting performance, and they need to try and finish this if they possibly can. So not an easy rate, needing 9 and over. And they've got some people that owe them a few runs. I think Samit and Nurse are probably those guys. 9 overs gone, 76 for 2.
Cavaliers Steelers today, and then the big semi-final game to find out who's meeting the Raiders in the final. They qualified early in the tournament yesterday with that win. That's a really cheeky shot. Ashley Nurse, known for bludgeoning the ball, brings out a little cheekiness to pick up a boundary.
And bended knee. That was a great stroke. As you say, not known for these subtle pieces of skill. Opened that face up, and it was a full delivery as well. It wasn't the easiest. Yeah, he did some trigonometry, worked out the angles as a youngster. Obviously a strength of his.
Looking for the big heave.
That was pretty brave. Junaid, he's been one I've really enjoyed watching in this tournament. In his spin, he's bowled it a lot slower. He's thrown the ball up. He's prepared to get hit. And he picks up loads of wickets as well.
Oh, yes, 3D.
Yeah, keeping the batters on their toes with his variations. And it wasn't until Samuel Badri mentioned Wakanda Forever that did I see that relation between his celebrations. Goes leg side this time. And umpire says not out. Potentially some bat on this one.
Certainly sounded like two different sounds here. Oh, that looked to be away from the bat though, but the angle possibly just sliding down. So good decision, a vociferous appeal, as you'd expect. The bowler's got his tail up here, and he's trying to target those stumps, throwing it up and then darting through. And this is always a contest, I think, the spinners against your fellow spinner. So you wonder what they're going to be talking about. The drinks break is just one delivery away. The Steelers hasn't got away from them the rate. They've got wickets in hand. They're in a really good position, you feel. But one good partnership should do the trick for them here, and this has to be the one for me.
That was a tough one for the keeper, I think. Chadwick Walton behind the stumps. It's a dot to end the 10th. It's 82 for 2, and we'll take a quick drinks break as well. Halfway point, 82 runs for 2 wickets for the Steelers. And they've got a ways to go to reach that target of 175. Lost a couple of important wickets not too long ago in the skipper Namanoja and Jonathan Carter. And now they're rebuilding between these two, Samir Patel and Ashley Nurse. Nathan Stewart picked up a wicket, the wicket of Namanoja on his first over. And he looked to continue doing that just to make sure that the Cavaliers are in a comfortable position. I'm going to try and get into that semi-final game. Goes leg side, Samir Patel. And it's just going to drop short of the fielder. Let's go down to Suhas Vedam. Oh, trouble, trouble, trouble. Now let's go down to Suhas Vedam.
Thank you so much, Monali. We've got the head of sports of Eurosport, Mr. Neeraj Jha with us. Very warm welcome, firstly.
Thank you.
You've shown through your broadcast the changing landscape of USA cricket. How does it feel to have played such an important role already?
I mean, this is kind of beginning of cricket in US, and we, I can say that, you know, we are the pioneers in broadcasting. It's not just this event. We have shown a lot of events from US, and we are trying to get more from next year onwards. So I see the landscape growing. I mean, I see the ecosystem growing, but it will take some time, you know, when you will see the grounds filled with audience, spectators. Right. So that will take some time, but we are just helping them to be there in India, all over the world. You know.
You've had a paraphrase from your book. You said it's important to have the base when you're making a champion.
Yeah.
Here is one such being made.
Yeah. I think you know, I always say that when youngsters from US will start playing cricket, that will be the best time when cricket will grow here. Otherwise, what will happen? People will come here, play cricket, and go back. If they will leave something here for the kids, for the younger generation, that will help this game to grow in US.
Indeed.
So yeah.
Indeed, that's one way to create a pathway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, the Mayor's New World T20 is a reflection of diversity, something that you stand for too in what you do.
So diversity, basically Eurosport believe in diversity. I will not name the channels, but you will see in India, a lot of channels, they say that they are a sports channel, but they show most of the part is cricket only.
Right.
But we show cycling, we show golf, we show, football, and then you name the sport, we are there. Even the pickleball, for that matter, we show a lot of pickleball, which is happening, which is a new thing in India. So we stand for plurality, we stand for diversity, and channel has lot of, and there will be some more news coming up, when we'll have some extra channel we are adding to the bouquet.
Lovely.
So, yeah.
And we can't wait to taste every part of that buffet. Thank you so much for joining us and continue to do the good work that you do.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, Mr. Lombard.
Thanks, Suhas. Always great to hear from Mr. Neeraj Jha. 11 overs done. It's 92 for 2. For 2 on the cards. And chasing down 83 more from here on off 54 deliveries. Ashley Nurse got a couple away in the last over. Samit Patel is still trying to find his way, not really timing the ball well enough. Junaid Siddiqui and Navan Stewart each picking up a wicket in the defense of this total. And speaking of Junaid Siddiqui, he's going to come back for his third over.
That's it.
Bowling a flatter, quicker delivery first up.
Don't leave his stumps, Freddie.
He's been top class here. Those figures are special. That's what they're having to scramble runs off him. Other end, they are smashing boundaries to all parts. But against Junaid, 2.2 overs, 1 for 5. He's been outstanding. His skills, his execution, his variations as well have been so good. Throws it up and then he darts them in.
Won't find a boundary again, Samit Patel. And we now have confirmation. The Steelers need 175 in 13 overs to be able to keep themselves alive in this tournament. Well played, Ashley Nurse. He's targeted that area behind the keeper.
He's playing in the reverse V. His Nurse today. He's got this out. He did one on the offside and now he's hit one over the keeper's other shoulder. It's getting inventive, I tell you. Minimum of effort. Good result as well. So they've got a boundary finally off Siddiqui.
You know, with every delivery that passes here, the Cavaliers are going to feel more and more confident to have secured a spot.
Don't know how he's got that ball down to short third man. I thought that was hitting on the bottom third of off stump. A really good variation. A lot quicker, skiddier. And Nurse is having to be on top of his game here.
Missing his line. down leg, and he'll have to re-bowl that one. But he has been good with the ball, Junaid Siddiqui. For a captain, it's good to know you've got that option. Reliability. Inside edge, onto the pads, and a dot to end the 12th. It's 99 for 2.
After 12 overs, you can see the score comparisons there. Cavaliers got to 174, and the news coming in is that the Steelers, for them to qualify, they need to score the runs in 13 overs. So that's an impossible task, and it seems as though we've finalized qualifications for the playoffs. Samit Patel and Ashley Nurse still out there. Stewart will continue. Straight to the fielder. And what a catch. Keswick Williams, it seems. And another wicket for Nathan Stewart. Yeah, he's held the pose. He's enjoyed that one, hasn't he? Another wicket falls.
Not just held the pose, he almost froze himself, giving everyone enough chance to take a click, and that was absolutely sensational from Keswick Williams. Really wonderful take. Evan Stewart, not a lot of pace. Summit and Ashley Nurse looking to rebuild. Bit of Caribbean flair from Samit Patel, even more so from Keswick Williams. The reactions of Samit Patel have been incredible all day as he walks back for 5. Steelers 99 for 3.
Dilshan Munawira, the new batter. Nathan Stewart has just moved on to 5 wickets in the tournament. Saw him with the bat, smashing a few sixes. He's having a good tournament as well. But what a catch from the man from St. Vincent.
That is a perfect view of how he anticipated it and then timed his jump. And more than timed his celebration. Actually timed out. It lasted for so long. This is incredible. Samit Patel has enjoyed every moment of the game today. Not with a lot of success, though.
Slow delivery. I think even Keswick Williams was surprised that that one stuck. Not known for his fielding. But what a grab that was.
Yeah, he was surprised that it got stuck, and then he got stuck in the moment for the next 30 seconds.
Now straight back over his head. Usually a good area to target. 100 comes up. Needed boundary.
Although the qualification is out of bounds now, but a win is still well in sight for the Steelers. That will be some consolation, and Ashley Nurse has been one of their success stories this season.
They're sweeping Nathan Stewart on that occasion. All right, so what does the table look like? Where do things stand at the moment? Raiders into the final on Sunday. It would be the Cavaliers up against the Hurricanes on Saturday in that semi-final to see who will meet the Raiders. Steelers now playing for pride. You don't want to go through a tournament without a win under your belt. 13 gone, 106 for 3. Continue to see what's happening with this table. That Q4, the Raiders, 3 wins from as many matches, guaranteed them that pole position. 69 needed from 42 deliveries. Siddiqui in for his final one. He's been really good, hasn't he, Faisal?
Yes, Siddiqui is always a very reliable customer on this circuit. We see him quite a lot, and he's a banker for his skipper when it comes to bowling 4 good overs. Always carrying that wicket-taking threat as well in the middle phase of the innings. That make him very, very handy for any 11. Talking about the tournament situation, and although it's become a dead rubber at this stage, but there's plenty on it because Cavaliers lost the first game and they would want to go and take that winning momentum into that knockout game against Hurricanes, who are coming off the back of 2 defeats themselves, Hurricanes. So, oh, that's a big shout. So definitely a lot to play here for the Cavaliers. And definitely Steelers, like you mentioned, they would want to take home something. Do not want to go empty-handed in terms of points.
You're looking to get that ball fine over the wicketkeeper more than anything else. So you can see the blade of the bat facing up towards the sky. Usually you see a batter trying to play that shot. It's looking to beat short fine, but not actually knows. He's looking to scoop it directly over his head. Missed on that occasion. The fine leg might be better served coming a little bit straighter. I'm going to ask you in the next over, Faisal, how you've rated the tournament to date in terms of the quality of play. We've seen some really good players exhibiting their skills, some good scores, batting and bowling. I just want to get your take on how you've seen things. The first time we've seen this tournament being played. In the air. And another brilliant take. Is that Kestrick Williams again? If you thought the first one was a fluke, he's proving otherwise. Enjoying every moment of it. This was even better.
This was better indeed because he had to move to his right before the dive came out. He's really on a hot streak, anticipating brilliantly what the batters are trying to do. A step towards his right, and then the leap. It went over his right shoulder, you thought, but then that dive meant that he got to the ball. Manuvira, can tell your story walking, buddy, because you've been taken out by wonderful Kesrick Williams, and a well-deserved scalp for Junaid Siddiqui. He's gone for 3. Steelers 108 for 4. Junaid? Yeah, mid wicket. One mid? Yeah. Runs he went for Pawan Negi. Now he's got the ball. Pawan Negi.
New batter, Pawan Negi. And guess what's the reward for taking 2 catches? You get the ball in your hand.
Can we see those 2 catches there? Back there? Yeah, sure.
And this is the reason why he's here.
Last ball of Junaid Siddiqui's spell. Munawira thought he's got it up and over, but he used every inch of his height. The agility, top class.
Yeah, that sounded good. Sounded really good. A wonderful strike from Ashley Nurse. He's continuing to soldier on.
Counter-attacking after 2 quick wickets. Ashley Nurse looking to get that run chase back on target. Picked up the length very early. Got underneath it. Big muscular blow.
And another one, this time as straight as a die towards the side screen. Consecutive 6s. Just as he took consecutive catches, now he's getting the treatment with the bat.
The expressions change very quickly. Back-to-back 6s. This is even better from Ashley Nurse. How beautiful and uncomplicated swing of the bat. You do it correctly and you make it look so simple.
Yeah, that was mellifluous off the bat. And then that, a thing of beauty from Ashley Nurse. Going for the hat-trick of 6s, didn't connect as well this time. Couple of bounces for 4, so he's on the charge.
Well, this is terrific from Ashley Nurse, who's looked good with the bat throughout the tournament without making a meaningful contribution. And really playing for pride here. And putting Kesrick Williams under the pump. 16 of the last 3 deliveries. And the run chase is well and truly back on track.
Looks to go again. This time finds the fielder. Have a look at this fielding effort. Your description, Faisal.
This is great angle. How he anticipated. Beautiful hands as well to go with that timely jump. And this one, movement to the right and then lifting himself off of that right foot and over his right shoulder, stretching. Magnificent.
18 runs from the 15th. 126 for 4. Continues to be a wonderful day here at the Central Broward County Stadium. Score comparisons there. Cavaliers finished off reasonably well. And so 49 from 30 is well within reach. 6 wickets in hand. I was asking you, Faisal, a couple overs ago about your impressions of the tournament to date.
My overriding impression of the tournament is that we've seen teams other than Raiders and players blow hot and cold. But the fascinating thing was the surfaces on offer. Use a bottom hand to drag it across. Yeah, the pitches meant that as a player, if you're on song, you had all the possibility to excel be a bowler, if you're a quick bowler, it provided you with pace and movement early doors. Spinners love bounce. Batters can express themselves 360. The kind of bounce we got. Credit to the curators and the ground staff. They really produce wonderful pitches. And that meant we've seen some wonderful action.
Absolutely. This one is swept all the way for 6, is it? No, just one bounce for 4. Ashley Nurse is pillaging runs out in the middle.
He's on a hot streak. Pinar's angle was too inviting. And that was a very, very good connection. He's putting the bowlers under pressure. And a boundary early enough in the over for Pinar to go back on the defensive.
Yeah, I quite concur with your assessment. We've seen some entertaining cricket, and that redounds to the quality of the surfaces. Batters have enjoyed themselves. Bowlers have found a way. We've seen some exquisite fielding. Overall, truly entertaining. And the hope is that this will become an annual event. Yeah, the fielder is wide, so long off will have to circle around in that direction. Yeah, so this one will be marked off in the annual cricketing calendar based on a successful start.
Indeed, the weather has been brilliant and we've seen some thoroughly entertaining cricket throughout the 5 match days before today and even today. This is into the gap and a boundary. Well, Ashley Nurse has gone to the 50 in a jiffy. The second half of his innings has been absolutely belligerent to the delight of his teammates. Carrying the fight all alone.
Yeah, pugnacious innings, quite tenacious. The man affectionately called Skins from Barbados. He's been fighting, and again, is it carbon copy? It is. On repeat, consecutive 4s, 3 in the over, 15 from the over, 141 for 4.
What a performance by Ashley Nurse. Absolute carnage the last couple of overs. He's gone to his half century. Really solid start from Namad and Carter. That gave them an opportunity here. Some great catches, some great strokes. We're catching all the pictures as we move along. Thank you for bringing us all those wonderful images online. It's been Instagram has been on fire.
It's very important these days. Our social media team is doing a terrific job indeed. Ishan, Vikram, Mr. Sidhu. Baltej has got the experience as well on bowling of tracks of this ilk. Every ball's become an event here. 33 or 23 can still get tricky. If this man hangs around, it can get done with ease. Ashley Nurse going absolutely berserk. Not just with power, but with delicate touches as well. He's notched up this 55 not out of 35. Any length was being dispatched in the previous over. Any length. That's Ashley Nurse for you. The Nurse effect.
Particularly enjoyed the short ball hit pull for 6, and the next ball bowler overcorrected. He hit it into the side screen. That was so good. 55, a great strike rate, and now it's within striking distance of this total. 33 needed.
Lot of height and distance, lot of it. Ashley Nurse continues the assault. And just as we spoke when he walked out to bat at number 3, he means business. And he wants a new higher score.
He's quiet in the early stages of the tournament, batting low down, 7-8, and really great to see them finally get the order right and get him higher up the order. He's a seriously destructive player, and Baltage will tell you that.
Oh, big swing and a miss. This is why every ball is a battle. Ashley Nurse in great form.
You don't normally see him playing those funny little ramp shots to the spinners early in his innings, and good to see him have the bravery to try and implement those sort of strokes, because it's not his natural game. Even in this late stage of his career, it's quite impressive to see. You never finish learning in this game, that's for sure.
You're absolutely correct. Now, this one was a similar shot off it. Baltage also stuck to his plans. The second run, it's a bit of a stutter. Tall lad Nurse with big strides makes it.
Oh, goodness me. I thought he almost tripped over and fell. He touched down, and have a look when his partner calls him back for the second here. He almost falls over. Oh, I tell you, that would have been run out by half a pitch if he took a tumble there.
Very good throw from the fielder. I think it was Raindra Pal. Quick to swoop towards the ball. 9 runs. 2 balls left. In control now, the Steelers of this run chase. 25 and 20. Because Ashley Nurse is still out there. Pawan Negi, make no mistake, he's not a muck with a bat. Boy, has he scored some splendid half centuries off late. Compensating for the fact that Nurse was moving outside off. It's good thinking by Baltage. He's backing his instincts.
I think he's worried about him getting too straight and just getting picked off. It doesn't matter where you put the fielders on the leg side, he's going to be hitting it over them. So he's opting for the full and wide Yorker option, and it's becoming quite clear. And Nurse should be aware of this tactic and try and say, okay, if I don't have to hit it too hard, if I just guard it, open the face and get it past the third man backward point region, I can still get 4 here.
You might be predictable, but precision trounces predictability. 17 gone, 150 for 4. $150 for 4. Navigating through those roads, you reach the Broward County Cricket Stadium, where you're in for a treat every time, because the Mayor's New World T20 Cricket League is in town. 25 required in 18. This is also cooking to be a good story. Steelers, they might be slightly ahead with the momentum, of course, but you can't count the Cavaliers out. Kesrick Williams with a very important over, his final one of the spell.
Yeah, this is a huge one. I need wickets here. Try and open up that gap between runs needed and balls remaining. There's the coaching staff as well. They are really looking lively down there. He looks intense. I want to try and close this game out, and the tactics, he's having tactics and he's executing them. Williams, as you say, he's clearly not the most economical of bowlers today or in this tournament, but he does pick up the odd wicket. So they are going to need something special from him. And they're asking a lot here. He's gone the distance already here. He goes for 10 in this over. The game's over.
Kesrick Williams has got a good slower delivery as well. Hitting away from the hitting arc, rather bowling away from the hitting arc. Negi has been in control of his 505. He's very deliberately feeding Nurse the strike.
Last over we also saw when Nurse struck a ball to mid-on, Negi was quick enough to come back for the second. He's Got good anticipation between the wickets as well. But where are they going to try and bowl here, Williams? We saw last over they attempted and successfully bowled some wide Yorkers. I think he's going to opt for the same sort of option. A small margin for error, though.
Full straight pinpoint accuracy. Still a single. It's not a dot ball. The plan is very clear. The assignment for Nurse is to go big and finish it as quickly as possible. Difficult to get underneath this one for sure. And Neki becomes plan B.
Oh, he's certainly got the destructive stroke play. I like Negi. He's got all the options. He's got the stroke play. He's got some big hitting as well up his sleeve. And I think Negi, with a well-timed boundary here, in the next 6 balls will just ease the pressure a little bit on Nurse as well. So Negi will look to have his effect here. Good that they've got right-left hand combination towards the end as well.
Who said we don't have pie chart in this broadcast? There was one.
There's lots of scooping going on here today. I've noticed that. I wonder what's going on.
Wouldn't mind some ice cream.
What's your choice? Vanilla? Choc chip?
I'd go with chocolate chip, please. A couple of scoops. I doesn't need to play this one at all. Luckily, the ball still pitched in the very strip we're playing on. Otherwise, would have been a no ball.
I feel Negi doesn't have to try too much here. I stand pretty still. If he gets his length wrong, hit it through extra cover or through mid-wicket. There's plenty of gaps available. That's what Negi was looking to do there. He was looking to just stand a bit more still and have a good base to hit from.
He's got the torso power as well to clear any boundary in the world. What about this one? It's okay. Marginal, but okay. Judson doesn't spread his arms.
See, the minute the left-hander walks outside off, that wide line goes with him, and that's a good call from the umpire. Really good. Negi's just cat and mouse going on here. It's quite that's tough going. They're keeping the umpire on his toes as well.
Oh, this has gone straight up in the air. Lots of distance to be covered, but he's pouched the catch. Raindra Pal Singh never took his eyes off the ball. And this is a remarkable catch, and watch out for the celebration as well. Keza, who himself has completed an outstanding catch, being returned the favour by his fellow mate.
Brilliant over. If you look back, we said if he goes for plenty here, the game could be over, but he's bowled a perfect over. He's finishing it off with a wicket. Another sharp catch running in, and a lot of ground to cover to get to that ball. He's hunting down, he's hunting wickets here. He's hunting some more Steeler victims. So Negi, his innings is gone for 5. Steelers now 153 for 5. Three runs off it.
I'm saying bring on Dwayne Smith, finish the game.
Voltage got one left. Oh, there we go.
Better!
You're going to bowl Stewart.
153 for 5. Last ball coming up. Williams has bowled a marvellous over. 2 runs off the bat, 1 extra and a wicket. Rohan Ebanks gets an opportunity today. In the thick of things now, 22 of 13. A big delivery this coming up.
Slow delivery, really a great over from him here. He deserved that. One ball to go though. And a really good one, and not ideal because Nurse is off strike for the following over. 18 gone, 154 for 5.
When we come back, can we have that catch in case you covered him running all that distance?
21 runs, 12 balls. This is game on. The Cavaliers have eked out a brilliant over and sent back Negi as well. Nurse still a threat. Rohani Banks, the new man in. Outstanding. Valtej is only concentrating on one line. He's not even looking at the 3 sticks.
It's a good start to the over for the fielding team. Another look at that slow delivery. Negi loaded up and tried to launch this. No timing whatsoever. And once again, Raindra Pal takes a good catch. A great over from Williams. Brilliant. This is what they needed to keep themselves in the game.
Again, you can't get underneath this one. 2 balls, 2 runs required of every ball, rather. 20 runs, 10 balls. Where does he find the boundary here? Ashley Nurse. Does he go deep inside the crease and try and get underneath the ball? Not from the best part of the bat. But he's got to push for 2. He's sticking with a single here. He's furious with himself because now he's at the non-striker's end. And there's only so much he can do.
That's good field setting. Got 2 men pretty fine, but the sweeper is behind square as well. So he thought there was a boundary initially, but the ball plugged and only just barely made it a single. So he's frustrated with himself there. He's off strike. It's a big problem for them here.
Doesn't need to play at this one at all. Valtej has got to re-bowl, reload, get it right.
Rohan's just attempting every time to run at the bowler. So it's pretty frenetic out there at the moment and just lost his radar for a second, Valtej. I think he's going to continue with that full and wide, just inside the wide mark, that sort of tactic. But they need Nurse on strike here. He's been starved of strike here.
Outstanding. He knows the every inch of that coat of paint in that blue guideline. Valtej.
The batsman's asking for a wide, but that is the perfect delivery. Inside that blue mark, that's as good as you're going to get it. Well bowled.
It initially starts outside that blue line and tails in to complete just inside. This is remarkable control. Only a single. What can you do as a batter? How do you get underneath this one? You can only pray that Valtej misses his mark by just a little bit and the ball can go the distance.
This ball now becomes a huge delivery in the context of this game. Nurse needs a boundary. You can see it slipping away here. Even if it's a boundary, he's not on strike, but they need a boundary to finish here.
Oh, gets it in the gap. He's got to push for the second. No, he wants the strike in the next one. He's jogging to the other end. 16 runs required of the last over. Can Steelers steal the show? 159 for 5. $159 for 5 and Ebanks is walking back to the hut. He's retired out. And that brings the experienced Gajanan Singh. Yeah, Rohan Ebanks was struggling, 3 of 5 for him. The Steelers have lost another wicket, yes, but tactically it brings Gajanan Singh out there to the middle, who with Ashley Nurse has this assignment of scoring 16 and 6. And he scored 16 runs in 3 innings.
It's a game of firsts, yeah. I haven't seen a retired player out yet in the tournament.
Oh, he's missed out on the opportunity. Fine inside the circle, the fine leg fielder. He's got to wipe this off as quickly as possible and concentrate on the next one.
Oh, it's going to be hard. He's frustrated. He knew he just gets anything on this one, really. Tharpad just took the pace off it and the short fine leg stopped it. That is a huge delivery. And Dwayne Smith, he's relieved. Massively relieved. That hasn't gone for 4.
Good slower delivery. Just outside the reach. The ever-growing reach. He has to connect this one now. 16 and 4.
That's a good delivery, I feel. Just take the pace off just inside that wide mark again. Really good tactically. Astute bowling here from Smith.
Captain Smith had the option of Stewart. Took the ball, took matters in his own hands. 2 good deliveries. 1 poor delivery and put away. The height will also be checked on this one. And it's a no ball. Crumbling under pressure now. Smith, the game changes so quickly. 11 in 4 now.
Goodness me, Smith. That first delivery was a full toss, but down the leg side was below the waist height. So he got away with that first one. But now, no ball, gone for 4. And this is a huge mistake from Smith. Yeah, and that's a good call. Certainly above the waist high and dispatched onto the leg side. So the equation, 11 of 4 now. Couple more lusty blows from Nurse will do the trick here. Come on, he's got it in his range.
Fraser is furious with this mistake. 11 in 4 and a free hit. And that was a free hit indeed for him. Nurse didn't try to hit it hard at all and collects a boundary. 7 and 3.
That's just turned the game on its head. A second ago, Nurse was kicking himself. Nurse was frustrated. He couldn't get the ball away. And now no ball 4. And the free hit goes for 4 as well. Compounds the result. And the coach just cannot believe it. Absolutely distraught. The previous 3 overs have been superb from the fielding side. But now it's all just slipping away from them.
Agony for Fraser. 7 runs, 3 balls, 1 good delivery in the entire over. Lucky that the first one didn't disappear for 4. Then the no ball. The free hit was also a poor one. Easily done with fine leg inside the circle. All he had to do was get some bat on it. Got plenty in the end. 7 runs, 3 balls. Man in the deep in business. No, he isn't. It's Travis. Ashley Nurse has taken it upon himself to get the runs and has put his team Steelers for the first time within touching distance of a victory.
Scores a level with a stroke. Slow delivery. He's had time to assess the conditions and he's made it count. He hasn't panicked. He has not panicked in this innings. He's been disappointed at times, but there, all the emotions are coming out. He's doing the trick for his team. Massive, massive player in his lineup. And he's done the job here today. I'd like to say he's done the job. Has he done it yet, though? 1 run to go.
I think he has, with the momentum as well. Nurse has put his team within touching distance indeed. They need a wicket here. Smith, is he already reconsidering? Why did he choose to bowl? He hadn't even Stewart. Oh, they're stealing that single. The Steelers will steal a single towards the end to bring up their first victory in the tournament. The California Steelers had it under control for 17 overs. Then a couple of brilliant overs brought back the Cavaliers into the game. He got to field for Keza. Raindra Pal, who did their everything, who put their 100% in trying to eke out a win. But it's the Steelers once again who triumphed, because they still had the services of Nurse, who finishes unconquered on 81. An innings of substance and class coming in at number 3 today.
Absolute blinder of a knock. You can see the joy, the smiles. Richly deserved. A wonderful knock from him. Ends on 81 of 49. 10 fours, 4 sixes. And that's what his job was. Coming in at 3, as you said, they got off to a good start to the 2 openers. Gave them a platform. And he made it count thereafter. Lovely finish. We've got a couple of games now going down to the final couple deliveries. A real cliffhanger. A Nurse, the man to finish the job off for his side and get a first victory in this tournament. At least finish on a high. The Steelers winning by 4 wickets. And this is the last over. That was when he was frustrated. Those first 2 deliveries, no run. And then a 4 no ball. A free hit followed. A boundary came again, and then the game was all theirs. And this was the one that really sealed it. The massive 6 heaved on the onside, and then a quick hustled single to get themselves over the line.
Except for one delivery, all the others were looseness from Dwayne Smith. Didn't get it right even the last time. The last ball, Smith somehow got a little bit of bat on it. Gajanand rushed with his fresh legs, and the single was complete. Steelers get their first win. They taste win for the first time in the Mayor's New World T20 League 2025 as they bow out. 81 of 49. Nurse became the impact required for the Steelers to get back into the game after a middle order slump.
Up front is where they were much improved in previous games. They hadn't got off to good starts, and this one was 72 for 49. Carter Naman, who has struggled in this tournament so far, he got them off to a better start. And then there are 2 new batters in at the same time, Samet and Nurse combined. But for me, the standout bowler by quite some distance today was Junaid. 2 for 13 or 4. Wonderful. Baltej as well showed he's grown his reputation today with wonderful death bowling.
The New York Cavaliers are 174 for 6 after being asked to bat first. The California Steelers eventually chase it down and win by 4 wickets on the back of Nurse's 81 not out and Carter's quick-fire 35 up top. Chicago Raiders have already qualified and New York Cavaliers become the second team to do so. Florida Hurricanes have earned a queue as well. The Steelers finish with a win, but at the bottom of the table nonetheless. But they bow out in style. Let's go down to Manali Patel.
Thanks a lot, Suhas. I've got Dwayne Smith, the captain of the Cavaliers. Hard luck today. It was a really strong performance from Ashley Nurse. But let's go back to that first inning. Do you think you're maybe a few runs short in that innings?
I don't really think so. I think it would have helped a lot if we knew what was going on up there. Our coach asked a question and they didn't know, we don't know what's happening. So I guess it was a little reckless from us, I would say, and just not taking them opportunities that we have to take. I keep stressing on it all the time in the field, and it's still happening and it's costing us.
Now, is there some comfort in knowing that you are already in the semis despite losing today?
Well, that helps now because I now know that. But yes, it does. But I think we have some regrouping to do, and I really have to have a serious word with them and make sure that they know that this is still cricket and you're still competing and you're coming out here to compete and not just lie down and die.
Absolutely. There's a lot to play for with the semifinals coming up, a day off tomorrow. How do you go about that day off tomorrow and getting your players ready for that game?
I think I have to have a chat with the coach first and see what he wants to do, and then I'm sure that we will do something or come up with some sort of plan and trying to work around that and try to come back in the semi-final and try and get in a good performance.
Sounds excellent. Well, listen, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Hard luck today and best of luck in the semis.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Manali. All in all, a fantastic day of cricket. It's been one exciting game. They got a good start, yeah. In men in yellow, the Steelers, along with the captain, a wonderful opening partnership. They were going at tens at the end of the power play. And when the Pacers arrived as well, Naman did have an answer to them. He's one of the touch players who also went deep today and cleared most of the times. In the same over after that six, he was able to produce that boundary. Classy stroke making on both sides of the wicket in the opening stand. Took Steelers really and put them in a good position. Before this happened, a ball that didn't bounce as much, Junaid introduced, picked up a wicket.
Junaid was brilliant. Noja went out shortly afterwards. Raindra Pal took a blinder. And then there are too many batters at the feast, but that did not stop the man of the day. Ashley Nurse, he showed us all the array of scoops. And Nurse scoops, still scoops. And that's a good catch. What a cracker. That Stewart picked up the big wicket. It was still going. I can tell you, there's some catches out there today were out of the top drawer. Junaid striking again. He was superb with his leg spinners. Actually, has just started warming up here. I tell you what, he was red hot by the time the end of the innings came.